The International Cricket Council announced the Women's Future Tours Program 2025 to 2029, and we see several big announcements being made with the introduction of an ICC Women's Champion Trophy and Test cricket, more Test cricket and Test matches for women's team, including the West Indies women's team, who can be playing their first Test match in 20 years when they take on Australia in about 15 months from now. We sit down and we have a chat with former West Indies women's fast bowler Shakira Salman to have her thoughts on what this means for women's cricket in the region and internationally. Salman's eyes lit up at the mention of Test cricket in the ICC Women's Future Tours Program 2025 to 2029, as it has been the format almost neglected in women's cricket over the years.
You probably would have noticed that there was a broad smile on my face when you mentioned Test cricket, primarily because that is one format we've been fighting for a very long time. And those who paid attention to the cricket symposium held by Cricket West Indies a bit earlier this year would have noticed that it was brought up by Sir Clive Lloyd as well. So one of the legends wanted to see the women playing Test cricket. So it is heartening to see that territorial boards and ICC have taken the time to discuss this and to expose more teams to the longer format.
According to Salman, it would be interesting to see how Cricket West Indies and the West Indies women's team go about preparing for the red ball format.
So it's good for West Indies cricket. It will be interesting to see how they prepare to play Test cricket for the first time in 20 years. Obviously, it's not a format included in the regional tournament. So it's about 15 months before that scheduled first test in such a long time against Australia. It will be interesting to see whether it's added to the regional tournament or whether they pick a core group of players to prepare for that. It will be a challenge, but one I'm excited to see West Indies take on West Indies management, take on West Indies players.
The increased number of matches in the FTP will benefit the younger, upcoming players the most, as it means more tours and more opportunities for earning more money.